Reaction to the unannounced charges that began showing up on water and sewer bills has been swift and loud. In response to questions from residents, businesses, and city officials, the Water and Sewer Department held an information session and public hearing on the issue last week. Interim Director Mark Lawhorn once again accepted responsibility for the lack of communication with bill payers and the Board of Aldermen, but defended the charge before taking questions and testimony.
The city owns and maintains 125 miles of water pipes and mains, 128 miles of sewer pipes and mains, and 1,780 sewer connections, along with 14,587 water connections. It's a lot to maintain. It's a big system, and it's an old system that's failing. 70% of our water and sewer system is more than 100 years old. Mains typically last 50 years. So when I say 70% of our water system is more than 100 years old, it doesn't mean 100. They could be 120, 130, 140. We have mains that old. Water and sewer main breaks are increasing every year. I'm sure many of you have been impacted at 651 sometime this year. And we cannot keep kicking this can down the road. We've done it too long, and we're paying the price for it now.
I completely understand that the sewers were built 100 years ago and they've got a 50-year lifespan. But my question is, what has the water department been doing for the last 50 years? When you have a big crisis like this and it's coming up, in the private sector, you communicate that up to management and then it gets decided that way. And this doesn't appear to have been the case over here. So I think I just don't have much confidence in what's been the management for the last 50 years to solve this problem.
There was no notification, at least I didn't get anything from the city of Somerville stating that you're going to increase my bill. And I think that's a gross disrespect to the residents in Somerville. Because if you're going to do a thing like this, the first thing you need to do is notify the people that you're going to increase the water bill.
The city has lost a lot of trust among the residents with how this went down. So for you to say to me $60 this year, and I know you said we're getting increased emergency repairs that you want to get ahead of, which is a good motion, where will this fee go in future years?
Well, our goal is to keep the base charges level. Absent any catastrophic failures that we have no control over, our planning is to make this all fit. We can do the capital projects, and we've planned accordingly to be able to accomplish this in the next 5 years with the rates we have, the way we have them.
As the owner of a two-family and an occupant of a two-family house in Somerville, is that the rate structure historically is biased against multifamilies with 1 meter. So, for example, I'm overpaying $60 per trimester compared to if I had 2 meters, because I'm not getting that 0 to 1,300 cubic feet rate. I'm actually paying almost double. I have to pass it on to my tenants. I would like not to. So I don't know if this was the intent of the base charge, but the reality is the base charge does right that wrong, and it makes 2 and 3 families, owner-occupants like me, on the same footing as single families or as condos that all have similar, that all have separate meters but are paying a low volumetric rate.
How did the aldermen relinquish their power to allow you to increase this fee? This is a tax. In any other time, you have to, like you're trying to do, override 2.5 to increase 20. How do you get where do you get this authority to do this?
So I know I took over as the superintendent from past superintendents who have done it the same way, by law, by statute, by ordinance. What I can tell you is we attached the base rate because we believe it is the way to make it more equitable for you. And it's saving you money rather than raising base rates up.
You raise the problem now that all of us, I think, in the Board of Aldermen have to recognize, whether it's a water sewer enterprise fund, whether it's your taxes, whether it's your fees, it's all coming out of your pocketbook, and we have to look at it as one big kitty, and what are the actions that we're doing in the city as far as raising all of these things having an effect on folks. That ordinance is before the Board of Aldermen now. We're taking a look at it, so we're responding to the concerns that you folks have.
The new charge supports the Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund. The money in the fund can only be used for water and sewer expenses, like maintaining, repairing, and replacing pipes, as well as outside consultants' fees. The enterprise fund is not part of the general city budget, so the Board of Aldermen did not have to approve the charge. But the city solicitor is reviewing the legality of the process used to institute the charge. The Water and Sewer Department will face tough questions from the Board of Aldermen during their regular meeting tonight at City Hall. Somerville Neighborhood News will continue to follow this story and bring you updates.